live from Paris. At the end of the day, the quarterfinals on the men's and women's side should all be set. First up on the Chatrier court, Justine Henin-Ardenne, Svetlana Kuznetsova to Cliff Drysdale and Mary Carrillo.
Thanks for the good setup there, Chris. It really is quite fascinating. You got a 15-year-old, Karatantcheva, still in this tournament. You've got some veterans. And here you've got two former Grand Slam champions. In fact, last year, Justine Henin-Ardenne, before the problems that we'll talk about in just a minute, won the Australian. Kuznetsova wins the US Open. And here they are battling for a continued stay here at the French Championships. Mary Carrillo alongside. Nice setup here, Mary. First ball.
Kuznetsova is a higher seed here. A lot of people feel that Justine Henin-Ardenne deserves to be considered the favorite.
You?
Yeah, I think she deserves to be the favorite as well. I think she's a better clay court player than just about anyone around her, including Kuznetsova. Kuznetsova is seeded 6 here and Justine 10. Of course, her ranking went down because she missed so much time, mostly last year.
From Moscow, Russia, spent a lot of her time, still does, in Spain. Formative years as a player. (19-8) overall, 8-3, solid clay court record, number 7th ranked player in the world, and again helped largely by her US Open triumph at the end of last year. Game to Kuznetsova.
Kuznetsova is a real jock, and just a couple of hours ago, here she was on the court practicing her agility skills. And I've seen her off-court training, much of which is done on the court, is impressive. I mean, she goes out there long after she finishes hitting, and of course this is a match day, so she doesn't spend too much time, but on her off days, she does an incredible amount of training, and you can see she's got a preventative measure there on her, up on her left thigh, and just a strain that she's trying to keep watch on, especially in a cold day like this. You'll see a lot of the players wrap parts of their body they might not normally do. Justine Henin-Ardenne has a wrap as well. Henin has got a hamstring strain, so she too, especially in this kind of cold weather, wants to make sure that all of her muscles are warmed up well. Henin-Ardenne was struggling a little bit the other day with some back problems. She was treated on the court. She pretty much admits that that's from nerves. Same thing happens to Amelie Mauresmo, who's out of this championship again early this year.
1 to Kuznetsova, 15 love here in Ardenne. Justine from the French-speaking part of Belgium. Liège is where she was born and moved not far from that. Belgium, obviously not that big a country anyway. This 22-year-old multiple slam winner. She has the French under her belt as well. Kim Clijsters in that final.
Very solid clay court record. 20 wins coming in, including against Kuznetsova, who was up against her in Warsaw a couple of weeks ago. 4-2 in the third before she won that one.
Lost to Maria Sharapova, the only one she's lost. That was in Miami. 3 sets.
That's nicely done. Boy, she's powerful. She muscles the ball around Kuznetsova. You can see why she'd be such a hard court threat.
12 of the 24 have gone 3 sets, and she's had a few rough ones here as well. But she's got a very good record when she goes to 3.
The important point, though, Cliff, is that she's been gripping a little bit to win her matches. And when she's so dominated 2 years ago, she was winning pretty easily.
Did you say gripping?
Yeah, she's a little tight, you know. And she admits it. Anna speaks to the fact that because she missed so much time and didn't know if this debilitating virus that she suffered with would ever really go away, she fully admits she's a more emotional player now, and you see it.
Monotype virus kept her out for a long time. Came back in order to win the Olympics, Olympic gold, mind you. Enarden holds. It's 1 apiece in the first set. Let's check in with Chris Fowler, who is watching Maria Sharapova.
Well, thank you, Cliff. Over on the Suzanne Lenglen court, Sharapova, top of your screen in pink, got the break to begin today's play. Up a set when the rains came yesterday. They were 3 games all. She has broken the Spaniard, Nuria Llagostera Vives of Spain, and now Sharapova serving. Game point for a 5-3 lead, Brad. The fast start she was looking for today. And there it is, Sharapova holds for 5-3, a game away from the quarterfinals on Lenglen as the crowd makes its way in.
I think these heavy conditions are excellent for Sharapova because you can't slide as well, and she hits the ball awfully flat and hard, so she can still penetrate the court.
Llagostera Vives, fast rising player, not as dramatic as Sharapova's rise, but she did come up 117 spots up to a career high 43 at the present time.
If she can get through right here, this is a quick day for her. It's like a light warm-up. Get ready for the winner of the Henin-Kuznetsova match for tomorrow.
Yeah, so far, things working out perfectly according to the Sharapova plan. Pam Shriver has joined us from the Lenglen court. Pam?
First off, I want you guys to know it's windy and freezing up here at the top of court Suzanne Lenglen, but this is where the tournament started for Sharapova, struggling against Linetskaya. But boy, her draw has opened up. She's winning matches more easily, even though, like Davenport, it's not her favorite surface. But she's starting to look pretty good, and we know her determination, her competitive spirit is right there all the time.
Competitive spirit has never been questioned.
Interesting, she decided to stop. She was the one that really didn't want to play past 3-all last night. Could have gotten this done.
She's getting it done pretty quickly, though, today, isn't she? She got a pair of match points now on the serve of Llagostera Vives.
That's where she flattens it out, and her weighted shot. She just penetrated the court right there and just buried that forehand.
Over.
Very, very short order on Monday morning as Maria Sharapova wins all 3 games played today to move into the quarterfinals, where she will await the winner. The match will send you right back to Justine Enarden and Svetlana Kuznetsova. A game apiece. Kuznetsova leading 40-30. Sharapova, this was the perfect outcome for her today, Brett. She plays a few minutes, wins 3 games, and on to the quarters.
And she's out of here. Now she's just waiting the winner of the next match.
Hoping the conditions don't change much. We'll talk more throughout the day about how these cooler, damper conditions benefit some players and hurt other players.
Without question.
It'll be a very, very attractive quarterfinal match, regardless of who wins the Kuznetsova Enarden match. And you see Petrova, she was the only one in this half of the draw to complete her match yesterday, waiting the winner of Schiavone and Ivanovic.
Watch out for Ivanovic. She's a great ball striker, and at 6'1", she's a big presence out there.
The 6'1" Sharapova into the quarters as well. Back live to Paris after this.
French Open Tennis on TSN is brought to you in part by WestJet. it's nicer up here. And by Carlsberg, probably the best beer in the world.
On serve in the second set, defending champion Gaston Gaudio had a set and a break against David Ferrer, but they're back on serve. In that match, the winner back on court tomorrow against the winner of the Rafael Nadal-Sebastian Grosjean match. Nadal up 3-love, a set apiece. When rains came yesterday, we'll show you that match in the Chatrier court as the drama continues there following the conclusion of the Anna Ardern-Kuznetsova match. Guillermo Coria about to take the court against Nikolai Davydenko, by the way, on the Suzanne Lenglen court. So a lot going on. We'll keep you posted on all this stuff. Back now inside Chatrier and Ardern-Kuznetsova to Cliff and Mary.
Break a serve here, Chris, for Justine Anna Ardern-Kuznetsova, serving 3 double faults there, and she took a spill also in that last serve game of hers. So Anna Ardern with a break, 2-1. She's about to serve.
Yeah, this is just not a good game at all from Kuznetsova. Goes down like a tree and tries to recover. But I think it might be a very tough day for Kuznetsova. These conditions are very heavy. She still looks kind of tight out there. And she hit a ball in frustration, landed into the stands, and got whistled for that. So she's definitely got to calm down a little bit.
2-1. The sun comes out, and Justine Anna Ardern to fire at with a break here in the first set. Anna Ardern has a solid head-to-head, 6-1 against Kuznetsova.
And again, that just a few weeks ago, Kuznetsova had a 4-2 lead in the third and lost it. Kuznetsova did get Justine Anna Ardern last year on a hard court in Doha, and it was the first match Justine had lost all year. And of course, her illness and injuries started.
That's right, Mary. She said a great start to last year. Won the Australian, won another couple, was on a roll, and then this extraordinary illness and then injury, out for a long time. Now she's sort of battling her way back, but you forget about it was just such a short time ago. 15-all to 1 in Ardern. By the way, Anna Ivanovic, who is the 29 seed, taking on Schiavone, 22 seed, they are in the second set. First set to Ivanovic, the kid. And they're in this same section of the draw. As you saw, the winner of that one will take on Nadia Petrova, the number 7 seed. Maria Sharapova waiting for the winner of this match. Lost 8.
Another backhand error from Kuznetsova, and Ardern knows to go there.
Kuznetsova had that year, Mary, in doubles with Martina Navratilova a couple of years ago. Was that a huge help? Did she learn a lot?
Oh, an awful lot. What had happened was that Kuznetsova has been training for years in Spain. She's training in Spain at the Emilio Sanchez Sergio Casal Academy, just outside of Barcelona. Great place. I've been to it, actually, and she was one of the first real prospects there. It was sort of like when Nick Bollettieri started with Jimmy Arias. She was at Jimmy Arias at that place, and she was playing well. Arantxa was still playing doubles with Martina Navratilova. And when Arantxa stopped playing, she said to Martina, "You know, I got this kid. Training here was pretty good." Martina needed a power partner at that stage. Even though she went back to Arantxa here and they lost in the first round, they played doubles together, probably for the last time here. Kuznetsova had a bunch of title wins with Martina, and of course she was very green and learned an awful lot from the veteran Navratilova. Certainly not just about how to play doubles, but how to train properly, how to focus, concentrate.
Deuce here at 2-1 first set.
Kuznetsova continues to be one of the best doubles players in the world. Is Anna trying to pick on her backhand or what? And it's working.
Avantage, Madame Hénardet.
In Ardennes, had that illness we talked about, and then the injury kept her out of so much of last year. But the illness, she said, it just drove her crazy, having to lie in bed and have no energy, because she says she's such an active person for the most part, and that it changed her life.
Avantage, Madame Hénardet.
Game point in Ardennes. Ardennes leading by 3-1 in the first set. Again, she said that this changed her life. Never going to be the same player anymore. Used to play like a machine. Not sure that that's true. She's doing herself a disservice. Now I play a lot more with my feelings than before the illness. She was also in supreme physical shape, and I think he's back to supreme physical shape. But she made it a mandate for herself to get into great shape. And that led really to the slams that she won over Kim Clijsters in the final.
Now the real mandate now for Justine Hénardet is to dial down from all the hard work. She pushed herself too much. And now it's up to the people around her and her coach to get her to break, to recover from long practice sessions and a lot of tennis. Goes against her nature.
Gets her nature to take the breaks.
Yeah. It's her fourth double fault, Kuznetsova. Serving at 33%.
She won here 2 years ago, and at the end of the year in 2003, won US Open. Justine Hénardet. And the Australian, as we've been talking about, first slam of last year.
And how about Kuznetsova beating Dementieva in the U.S. Open final last fall? Might be the most surprising of all of the majors last year.
Pierre-Yves is
45.
Justine's husband on the left of your screen. Carlos on the right. He's the coach. They've been together for a long time now. Carlos Rodriguez, since she was 9 years old. Kuznetsova holds serve, 3-2. It's Justine Henin-Ardenne who's got the break in the first set. Here we're in court, Philippe Chatrier, and we're live at the French. This is Justine Henin-Ardenne serving, and she is going to serve 2 here, as Kuznetsova said that somebody behind her was bothering us, puts her hand up like that. And so she wasn't ready. The serve was a fault. Anyway, here we go again, 2. She's serving 2. Another fault, so second serve for Henin-Ardenne, leading 3-2 with the break first set. At just about 12:35 in the afternoon here in Paris, live coverage as Arantxa Sanchez Vicario, 3-time French Open champion. In fact, one time, didn't she deny Steffi Graf a second slam?
She did.
Here in the final. Graf had one. In fact, she had the golden slam, and they nearly did it again.
She's very much been a mentor
30.
to this young woman who was feeling so much pressure trying to play and grow her game in Russia. Went to Barcelona. In fact, the Sanchez Casal Academy tried to get the Spanish Tennis Federation to help her become a Spanish citizen, but the Spanish Tennis Federation didn't see any potential in her. In fact, the president of the Tennis Federation there said she's a mediocre player who'll never be in the top 20. Last year, she won the U.S. Open.
Breezy out there, as you can tell. Terre Battue flying around this Philippe Chatrier. Gaston Gaudio has split sets with David Ferrer now. Gaudio won it last year here on this court. Sort of feeling, these are tough conditions with the wind that we just saw, and cold. Now the sun's come out. You don't like the weather here. Wait a minute, 4 seasons in a day sometimes here in Paris.
That's what you normally say when we're in Australia, Cliff.
4 seasons in a day?
Yeah, you do that whole routine.
I don't think I've used that in about a year and a half.
I'm not sure about that. And we'll hear it at Wimbledon.
Here are my ad-lib notes. Philippe Chatrier Arena. Philippe was one of the great movers and shakers of French tennis, being so responsible for so much that's happened here to make this slam what it is today. The Bullring Court was built under his administration.
First breakpoint chance for the Russian. Another backhand error. That's her 8th. Justine sure seems like she does a good job of getting up for the big points, doesn't she? It's nicely done. And now it's going to start working on Kuznetsova's brain, that she'll always be facing backhands in the big moments.
As you were saying earlier, the Spanish Federation didn't think that Kuznetsova was going to make it as a player. Well, the guy we're going to see here in the continuing, Sebastian Grosjean, taking on Rafael Nadal to complete their match. And the third set, the same thing happened with the French Federation. With him, they said, hey, he's too short, this guy. He's not going to make it at a certain time. Going to be fun to watch that one. That to be followed by Marat Safin against Tommy Robredo here on Philippe Chatrier today.
That's nicely done. That's the problem with continuing the same strategy. Kuznetsova knew that Anna was going to aim at her backhand and was ready for a big return and a nice approach in. Comes from a huge cycling family. Famous one. Father, the biggest, most famous cycling coach back in Russia. That's a big sport over there. Her mom has 20 national cycling titles. Her brother medaled at the Olympics. She thought it was unbelievably boring, cycling.
Dad told
no interest in it.
Dad told the kid, hey, there's all this money in tennis, don't you do that? She lived with her grandparents until she was about 4 years old in what is now the Ukraine. Because her mom was still competing in cycling, as you mentioned. 3-2 in Ardennes. Chance to break for Kuznetsova again.
Vegan.
Kuznetsova was the #1 junior in the world when she was 16 years old. She's tremendous talent and hits the ball hard and well.
Another chance for a break.
Avantage, Mademoiselle Kuznetsova.
Just see what a good jock she is, can't you? Nice balance and good and low off of that backhand side. But she'll be facing those backhands all match long. It's a good muscular backhand, Kuznetsova's, but it limits her reach some. Oh, what?
That's the line. Dr. Deuce. And Ardennes, a reminder, has only lost one match all year. That was to Sharapova in Miami.
She applauds that effort.
Short spot presented by Cannon, confirming that thing clipped the line. Deuce. 33 minutes of play, not including the warm-up here, and we've only played 5 games.
Well, these are long service games because no one's getting a lot of first serves in. Getting themselves in trouble, both of them.
Avantage, Mademoiselle Kuznetsova.
Anna at 34% first serves in. Kuznetsova at 38. That's always going to be giving the returner a shot.
4th break point in this game.
Oh, what a magnificent backhand from Anna. And this is, I think, where Justine really does have the advantage. Her defense is so good that it gives her a chance to play offense in a hurry. Look at that.
Federer-like, she keeps her body sideways. It's an arm swing, not a shoulder rotation. Deuce. After Enarden's last match question, your backhand was not as good as your forehand in terms of statistics. Answer from Justine. Well, I think that's my game. I don't think I can destabilize my opponents on my backhand. I think it's my forehand that's my strong point. Obviously, backhand isn't exactly a weak point. Enables me to open up the court and play a winner, but it's really the forehand that I need to base my game on. Game point now for Enarden.
Égalité.
Again. Well, you know, the Enna backhand, it's so pretty to watch. It's her signature shot. But it's been true for years that her forehand is the bigger stroke. Backhand's just so pretty. That's true. That's true of Federer as well. And his forehand is his bigger stroke. But you know what? If you have a big one, if you have a good-looking one-handed backhand, people are going to notice. And both these two do.
Oh, doesn't mean the backhands are dark for either one. It just means it's beautiful, relatively speaking. Rafael Nadal, the Spaniard that everybody's talking about in the tennis world, and for very good reason. On this court next, he'll continue his match against Sébastien Grosjean of France. And believe me, the French will be here. This place will be rocking again. For the moment, just about 1:45 in the afternoon here. A relatively sparse crowd for this match, but stay there. Controversy in that men's match yesterday before the rains came and interrupted it. But Grosjean came back in the second set, won at 6-3. That made it a set-apiece. Nadal's in front now, 1 break, 3-love, and they will resume when this is over. This all live coverage from the French Championships on this Memorial Day. And then don't forget Marat Safin. If you saw him progressing to this round, you won't want to miss him. This Russian genius. He'll take on Tommy Robredo.
That was just basically a defensive stab from Sveta. But it was pretty it was pretty well done, wasn't it? Just kind of slingshot it back there. Oh.
Quoi?
Mais oui.
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
In fact, Emilio Sanchez, who works with this one, so much can have a hard time watching her play matches because she so often tries to go for huge shots. Not very defense-minded.
Talking Sveta now.
Yeah, at all. Not like Justine Ardern, who knows when to roll the ball back into the court and reestablish a good position. This one just wants to go for winners so much of the time.
Game point, Kuznetsova. Everyone sails, Kuznetsova hold, 4-3. Still a break for Anna. She'll serve and we come back.
Madame Ardern mène par 4 jeux à 3.
I remember my mom brought me a frog balloon.
Vanilla ice cream.
Older girls talking about boys.
Playing with yellow trucks.
I remember my cozy blue blanket.
Making bunnies out of clay.
Squishing paint with my hands.
I remember coming home.
Back live in Paris, updating some men's matches in progress over on the Longland court. Guillermo Coria, who would love to redeem himself here for the meltdown of the final a year ago and reclaim the title King of Play, the early break against Russian Nikolai Davydenko. And they'll settle in for a long fight on the bull ring. Court 1, Spaniard David Ferrer losing the first set, but this is set point to level things at a set apiece. And the Spaniard, who has been enjoying a nice 2005, on serve against the defending champ in the third set. Back inside to Cliff and Mary.
Serving here 4-3, Chris, thank you. And Kuznetsova has won the first point. It's love 15. Women's singles this year has, I mean, it's Lindsay Davenport comes back just about every time she walks on the court. Kim Clijsters beaten her like a drum lately, and then Lindsay Davenport turns the tables on her yesterday, down a set 3-1. Mary Pierce is still in the mix here.
Nice and nutty.
And then we've got
again,
a
just like last year.
Yeah, Cecil Karatancheva.
A little off balance there, Justine, trying to attack it with that forehand. Not too far away from the ball. Had to take an awkward lunge at it and hit the net.
This women's draw, so Nadia Petrova, in a way the forgotten Russian in Ardennes. In fact, both of them with way too many unforced.
They're not adjusting, it seems, too well to this moment and these conditions. Another error.
30 all, 4-3 in Ardennes in front. Petrova, semi-finalist a couple of years ago, now in the last 8.
Not a pretty match, Cliff.
No. Scratchy. A lot of tension in this this court. Both young winners.
And you feel it in their shoulders, don't you?
Yeah. Last 8 at stake.
Justine's still serving a terrible percentage, 38%. Though this one gets changed to good, so they'll have to play 2.
Just clipped the line point into cannon shot spot.
Kuznetsova is serving in the low 40s. Just really miserable numbers. Pretty much all around the match. That goes wide. And again, it'll be checked by Emmanuel Joseph.
Yeah, that's out.
Avantage, Madame Hénardet.
Something the players don't like too much when they make an error and Justine yells allez.
Game point for 5-3 first set. Arden got the break and she's been in some trouble on her serve but has not been broken yet. It's not getting any better.
Nope. This is just one of those matches that both players are trying to grub their way through.
Deuce.
Oh, man.
2 years ago, Arden beat Kim Clijsters on this course, both from Belgium, of course, but from very different parts of Belgium. One from the Flemish-speaking part, and Justine Arden, the French-speaking part. In fact, she doesn't speak Flemish.
That's a nice shot.
Guaranteed again, and it's 5-3 first set.
And in spite of her serving problems, another hold from Justine.
Madame Hénardet mène par 5 jeux à 3.
In fact, the country of Belgium, which is headquarters to the European community, is in some ways two countries. They've got two separate tennis federations. Flemish and a French one. Kuznetsova at 3-5. You're watching live coverage here at 1 p.m. in the afternoon here in Paris. A warm greeting to you, everybody. Cliff Drysdale, Mary Carrillo alongside, watching this women's round of 16 singles match. It's Justine Arden, Grand Slam champion of last year at the Australian Open. Kuznetsova from Russia, Grand Slam champion at the US Open last year. To follow here, Rafael Nadal. He hasn't won a slam yet, neither is Sebastian Grosjean, but all of France will be watching that match. And hope that you will join us. Then Marat Safin and Tommy Robredo, also Yemo Korea, Nikolai Davydenko. They've started their match out on court Suzanne Longlong. 30-all, 3-5, first set. Maria Sharapova waiting for the winner of this match.
43.
And well, although this might not be Sharapova's favorite surface, I tell you that she has got, her mechanics are good. Maybe she doesn't move that well on this surface, but she's got a heart. Kuznetsova holds. It's going to be 5-4. Justine Henin-Ardenne to serve for the first set. But the Nadal escapade of yesterday was fascinating. Mary, let's revisit it as he's taken on Sebastian Grosjean. First set is over, Nadal wins it. Here we are, early stages of the second set. That ball is when bounces there close, and now
now what do you think about
it? I don't agree with the boys up there, or when they said that Grosjean continued to play. In my view, he didn't. He was ready to stop. He kept looking at the mark. He did not hit the next ball. And I think that the guy should have got out of the chair and checked the mark, which he refused to do.
So you think Grosjean was in his right?
Yes, I do. Having seen this here, now I didn't see this live yesterday, but on the replay, it looked to me like he saw the call. He started to move, but he kept his eye on the ball,
right,
on the mark. And that to me says, hey, he stopped that point and he did not go for the next ball. What do you think?
Well, here's what, you know, maybe he stopped, maybe he didn't. What I resented about what happened was that the chair did not take enough control, that Grosjean milked it for all it was worth. I honestly felt that Grosjean knew he could not beat Nadal by himself, so he knew he needed 15,000 French people to help him beat Nadal. I think Nadal was the only grown-up on the court at that point. I thought the chair dropped the ball, and I thought, you know, Grosjean just kept the ball rolling. But I do certainly think that Nadal will take control back entirely today. And he's better than Grosjean, and I think he'll prove it.
Well, for the rest of the 8 or 10 minutes, whatever it is that the crowd were going crazy, that I can't speak to, but for that particular moment there, I think that the chair ump should have said, okay, listen, the guy, he sort of did stop. Here it is right here. All right, now he looks. He's looking.
Right there.
Right there. Looking at the mark.
Yeah.
Still looking at the mark. Still looking at the mark. I mean, he didn't take his eye off that mark for more than a second. To me, that says check the mark. Justine Henin-Ardenne serving for the first set in this scratchy match. It's 15-all. They're trying. It's almost like this is the first game replayed over and over again. They just, neither one of them can get a real grip on this set, on this match yet.
A little hard to believe that Justine has not yet been broken, considering she's serving at 36%. Well, that can't be something that Kuznetsova can keep allowing for. Once the point begins, Justine has the confidence to take control of the rallies.
34.
You need to let a server who's having problems know that they will be punished for such a low percentage. You have to go after those second serves. You have to make them feel it. Otherwise, you're allowing them to get away with it. Now, Kuznetsova's got to make something happen here. There you go.
30-all. Justine Henin-Ardenne wins the French just 2 years ago. Before that time, it was the Williams sisters that were dominating every Grand Slam. 4 straight Grand Slam finals they'd played. And Serena Williams comes back and wins the Australian this year, and out with an injury while practicing for the French Championships. Here's a chance to break back for Kuznetsova. This is her 6th break chance. Her 6th.
And another second serve.
That goes wide, and the break is served to Kuznetsova. It's even, 5 apiece, first set.
Mademoiselle Kuznetsova. 5 jeux pas.
So they have both broken once now. Look of anguish on Justine Henin-Ardenne's face. Love, Kuznetsova.
It's this kind of aggression from Kuznetsova that can help her to possibly sneak out this set. She was finally able to secure a break. As you can see, things are very even with David Ferrer and last year's champion Gaston Gaudia, but Corey is having an easy time over the Russian Davydenko.
That's too tough.
That is. That's nice stuff. And she just looks looser now, doesn't she? A little less inhibited in her strokes. Even though her backhand has been challenged so consistently throughout this first set, right now she's starting to swing away a little bit. Now you just feel it's Enna who's too tight to perform at her best.
She's been tight from the beginning.
Yes.
Got the break, but you never looked really comfortable in her own skin. Of course, this is not the first time in this French that's been true of her game. She's found a way to get here. Game point. So we had the year of the Williams sisters.
A couple of years of that.
And then the year of the Belgians. And last year, the year of the Russians. This year, we started out with the Williams team having come back, winning the first slam. There'll be no Williams winner here. Serena didn't show, and Venus is out. Game point. That is out, and the game goes to Kuznetsova. She's now on the brink of this first set after Henin-Ardenne got out to the early start.
Don't be afraid to wash your darks. Introducing Cheer Doc, a new cheer for all your dark laundry. Don't be afraid to wash your darks. Introducing Cheer Doc, a new cheer for all your dark laundry.
Is your dandruff turning people off? Garnier Fructis Anti-Dandruff Shampoo helps kiss those flakes goodbye and smells amazing. It's proven. From the first wash, no visible flakes. Satisfaction guaranteed. Garnier Fructis Anti-Dandruff Shampoo. Garnier.
Game over for dandruff. Are you the Garnier Fructis Ultimate Sports Fan? Enter online for your chance to win a behind-the-scenes TSN sport experience of your choice. Like a major golfing event with Rod Black. Garnier Fructis Anti-Dandruff Shampoo.
Kuznetsova now leads Anna Ardennes 6-5. So for Justine, has to win this game to get into a tiebreak for the first set. 15 love.
15-0.
Anna Ardennes was asked about the bandage on her right leg. She said, anything associated with the back problems? The question, yeah, it is a problem that I have to deal with. Trying to control the pain. That's what I've done in the last few days, and I hope it'll get better. 40 love in Ardennes.
40-0.
Tiebreak's going to decide this one.
6 jeux partout. Jeu de décision.
And Ardennes won the Australian in 2004, then Miskina winning here last year, and a huge surprise, maybe not as much as a surprise as Sharapova winning Wimbledon, and maybe not even as much a surprise as all, which was Kuznetsova winning the US Open. Then Serena came back in Melbourne this year. Close, but she won it.
Kuznetsova had match point against Miskina last year here in Roland Garros and lost it. Yeah, I just get the feeling that Anna Ardennes is going to play a much more disciplined tiebreak here than her Russian opponent. I mean, for all of the problems that Anna has had, she's maintained a win streak, now 20 in a row, by winning an awful lot of tight ones.
That's good.
That's excellent.
Came into the net there at exactly the right time. Good transition time. She knew that Anna Ardennes was going to have a tough time with the pass, and then a very, very easy, relatively easy open court volley. 2-1 Kuznetsova.
It's cold out there today. This looks like a soccer crowd, doesn't it? We're bundled up, a lot of flags out. So different from week one. And you have to make your adjustments to the weather changes here. Ooh, that one really got away from Enarden.
Mademoiselle Kuznetsova.
There's wind out there today. It's definitely a colder temperature out there. There's more moisture in the air, so the ball is going to be a little bit heavier. You almost feel like you've got to muscle the ball around more to get it through the court. You can't let that affect your rhythm. Enarden muscled that one big.
Mademoiselle Kuznetsova.
Sales, and Kuznetsova's got a 4-2 lead in the tiebreak. First to 7 with a 2-point lead, wins the tiebreak. This best of 3-set match. Enarden played 3 sets in the first round match. She had an easy win over Ruana Pascual in the second round, but 3-setter with Medina Garrigues in the third. Now she's struggling in this first set, down 2-4 tiebreak first set. Schiavone and Ivanovic, by the way, are in the same section of the draw, and they're in the third set. 4-2.
Ivanovic won the first set and got it to a tiebreak in the second, which she lost pretty easily. She's some player. She's my favorite of all the young ones.
Oh, yes.
Yes. And a tremendous reaction from Sveta Kuznetsova. I mean, that is the kind of training she does all the time. It's so nice for her that it pays off in a tiebreak.
She's up 5-2, and Enarden has not won a point on her serve in the tiebreak.
That's why we saw her do all that cone training right before this match. That's so that you can make those kind of moves and recover from them quickly. And let's see if she does that. Now serving at 5-2. Foot fault. It's the first of the match.
That was a huge point for both players, but it keeps Enarden's hopes alive here. Instead of 6-2, 5-3, still down a mini break, but Kuznetsova is serving and needs this one. Well, we're back on serve in the tiebreak.
Mademoiselle Kuznetsova.
from 5-2. It's now even at 5 apiece.
That last rally, another good example of the defensive skills of Anna Ardern, allowing her to create the offensive moment, and whereas Kuznetsova just always seems to be looking for the kill shot.
Antonio Hernandez.
He's one of Kuznetsova's coaches from the academy. Oh, that's an unusual error at this stage.
Mademoiselle Kuznetsova.
Here's Kuznetsova on her serve. Set point. Just took a little off that one too. It's almost like when she hit that two-hander, she was moving backwards, not forwards. The terror of set point taking control. It's 6-6 in the tiebreak. Players change ends after every 6 points. We're live here. Stade Roland Garros. This is the second slam of the year. They're playing for a place in the last 8 of this Grand Slam event. It's about 1:25, a little short of that in the afternoon here in Paris. Rafael Nadal's warming up for the continuation of his match with the Frenchman, Sébastien Grosjean. That's up next live, right here on court Philippe Chatrier.
Madame Ménard.
That's your 5th double. Set point in Ardern. That's long.
Out. Slightly late call.
But let's see.
Yeah, Justine wants that mark checked.
What's the call?
He's not sure. He thinks it's good.
Fair play too.
No squabble from Kuznetsova, so she must know that it hit the line as well. They'll have to replay the point. The right thing to do.
Still set point in Ardern, and she serves. She mishit that thing. She thought it was going wide. It lands on the line, and then the error from Kuznetsova, and that was a gift. That was a gift in Ardern. She's won the first set.